So, greetings everybody. It's daytime on my end for a change. Oh, the poet is already in town too. Didn't see him pinging, but I think he's listening. So everybody, we are playing some Exotic Industries today. After getting through the very early phases of the game, I have just come to the conclusion that we need to go full steam to reach electricity. There is no way around full automation around Steam, and we are just going to get started on that. Alright, I have just enabled all the chats. Now I can see all the fine people from YouTube writing and all. And welcome you all. Welcome, welcome. Nice to see you again, Poet. Been a few days, right? Okay. The story so far. We have a coal patch, which will carry us a while further. We have a big coal patch over here, which will jump in as a help. We also have a really nice coal deposit over here, so I do see a future of power production back there. Maybe we will even set up shop back there, but for now I think a steam-driven locomotive will carry the coal back and forth. Anyways, for today our goals are a little bit smaller than that. We're going to go for basically a full-on steam steam mining facility and set up a bigger smelter facility. And I had a couple of little ideas that maybe might even enable me to automate my smelting in this setup properly too. I was reluctant to do so previously, but I realized more and more that it is to no avail. We need to do. We just have to. There's no way around it. So currently I'm still running these preliminary setups, I like to call them. I just want to have a little bit of copper automatically produced. I would be really unhappy. But the next step is now to get a proper mining setup. Like I have it here. You see here I put the steam mining in a more orderly fashion together, whereas here it's a mess. We need to tidy up, okay? So, happy to have everybody around here. This mod is wonderful, by the way. If you were wondering, I really love Exotic Industries Remembrance so far. It's really nice. It's a little bit hardcore, but I gotta say, for me as a progress-oriented player, I love these mod packages that are inherently a little bit hardcore, because I don't know why I should scale up ever. I tried to scale up vanilla Factorio and it just bored the hell out of me. Sorry, it's just I don't know why I should do it. And that hinders me from getting my brain juices flowing, yeah, if you understand the problem. Anywho, we got here also a bit of a semi-automated plant, which we are going to fully automate over the course of this series soon. TM. Okay. Exotic Industries, yeah, Poet. It existed pre-Space Age, but this is now the variant which is which includes also different planets, and can't wait. Alright, so first thing that I'll do here, we need to empty our pockets so I can dislodge this whole facility, because in these mining machines there's really a lot of ore. Okay, I want to re-engineer this whole mining plot here from the ground. We have to calculate today also around the fact that we don't have endless amounts of steam available on this setup. Probably the biggest issue. We can't properly facilitate the entire square here. I think I will be running out of steam before. So, let's see. Alright, let's start picking up these bad boys. As you see here, there's just so much iron chunks in there. That's exactly the issue. There we go. But I think I have a fair chance to get them all into my pocket before they explode. Need to be a little bit aware of it, though. Why can't I make these here right now? Ah, I can make them, I just don't carry any. Okay. Okay, so next question. Where do I want to smelt? I think I don't want to carry the coal too far. It would be too tedious to do so. But, or do we manually feed the smelting? No, we won't. We absolutely won't. This is completely out of question. I won't be doing that. But at the same time, we don't have splitters. So, yeah. I'm 2 techs away from splitters. You know what they say, everything's more fun with splitters. If you don't know the saying, you're not playing Exotic Industries yet. Or Pyanodon, or any mod that likes to deny these away from me. Okay. Anyways, let's not get ourselves disheartened by that. I just need a place where I can dump all that iron ore. For now. I mean, it is very questionable how well I can automate mining here for real, as we have slag to manage, ash to manage, and of course the product itself, so probably it is inherently megalomaniac to think that I'm able to automate here anything for real with the given tools, but I at least want to die trying. Okay. So, also racking up that slag quite heavily. This is a mod package that really dunks you hard on the fact that industrial progress is also a lot of waste. Oh well. But the good thing is, upgrading to Steam does reduce the amount of waste quite substantially. Alright, so we finally have this tidied up here. My Steam network here carries steam from this facility over to there. Okay, so we have this here as the entry pipe. I will be now dismantling this. I need a clean slate here to get started. One day we will have robots and we'll just mark that whole square and they will wooze around and do my bidding. That day is not today. There we go. So, calculation time. Every one of these miners consumes 214 kilowatt of steam. Each one of these bad boys generates... Wait a sec. That must be... We must be able to measure that differently here. Ah, they don't measure it how much they consume per second while they're not consuming actively. No. Oh well. That means I don't get the full readout as of yet. Well, okay. Let's just assume we have enough steam for now. Okay, I think I can just pick up what's in these boxes again. Barely. But yeah, let's just see. I will start the drilling. Okay, they have an area of effect. Oh god. For a moment I was afraid that these bad boys wouldn't have an area of effect like electric mining drills, but see, stock I know, but you have that slight cyan outlining that means these guys, they drill around them. Okay, I'll take it here from this point on out. Let's see how far we can make it. I really need to know first how much steam they consume each. Alright, so the normal consumption is 7.14 units of steam. Every boiler produces 60. So that means every boiler is almost supporting 9 of these bad boys. Alright, 8 point something, something. So, with that being said, we need 2 boilers for this machinery. I'm okay with that for now. I don't want to overscale the whole thing, because coal is currently quite limited. And I want to take that issue seriously. Until I have the locomotives discovered. Ash, hi there. I don't want to accidentally end up in a situation where I have to pick up coal from back there. The Mod God asks if this is with Space Age DLC. Yes, it is. This is specifically the variant of Exotic Industries with Space Age enabled, yes. That's why I jumped right into it, because I loved Exotic Industries back then, but I didn't have the time to play it more. And then this here happened. Excellent stuff. Just my cup of tea. Speaking about tea, I got coffee instead because, you know, engineering is hard work. Cheers. Okay, so we got 2 of these boilers working now for our mining facility. We got in a grand total 8 boilers. That's way more than we need, I think. Down here, I got 33 miners, so we now know that this is encumbering pretty much 4 of these. So 6 of these are working, while 2 are still free. Then we have here 9 miners, so yeah, we are almost using that grid. Well, Dirtland Gaming, the trick with Factorio is whenever Factorio starts to feel like work, play something else, and when that urge comes back for Factorio, come back to it. To me personally, at least, everybody is wired differently, but that is a sign of just having played too much Factorio and just needing to play something different to get my brain working again. Because I know what you described there. I call it Factorio fatigue. Because this game can really brutally drain you. Because your brain is constantly working, and because you are in that steady state of euphoria, because you're getting shit done, you don't notice how tired it makes you, and when it starts feeling like work and all, that is when when the I'm tired part sets in, but it's conflicting with you, who doesn't want to stop because it's so effing much fun. It's hard, I know. But Factorio is just one of a kind. Okay, so we got 0.35 pieces of ore here per sec. Times 15. That means 3.5 and 1.75. Yikes, that is 6.25? Or 5.25? 5.25. Okay, 5.25 of these guys per sec. Our smelting recipe, though, is bad. It produces, out of 3 iron chunks, only 1 ingot. And it smelts that for 3 seconds. So every one of these guys is roughly consuming a little bit more than 1 piece of ore. Alright, congratulations, we've just managed to feed 5 smelters permanently. Ouch. Damn. That is a pretty bad ratio. Anyways, let's not get disheartened by that. Let's just keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alrighty. So, for the time being, I'm going to set up the hunger or feed the hunger for coal of these machines manually, because I really don't know how I should do differently. Oh no, the crusher of slag is out of fuel. So I really need to make this here happen. Okay. So we're gonna get 2 boxes of coal out of that. Okay. Electronics done. Now started. Glass production done. But that's good. Once that technology is down, I'm finally at the point where I get to build splitters. Which is currently basically a nightmare to have no splitters. So, speaking about nightmares, let's pick up a few more of these. These here. So we're reaching the point where copper mechanical parts are starting to become more and more of a serious topic. Okay then. But this place here is really important. We got to have that running 24/7 basically. Because without green signs, we're not getting anything done here. Good. So let's move back to this topic here. So the worst part about this industry is that it produces 3 different types of items. And we currently don't really have any option to filter it. That is why I will do manual filtering for the time until we have nailed electronics down so we can do splitter filtering. I'm aware of the fact that I could also do inserter filtering. We can configure our even lowest tier of inserters with filtering options. That is definitely an option. But the problem is here again, I don't have long-handed inserters, and the only type that I can imagine that would work in the scale that I wanted to is too much effort for me. So instead, I'm going to make it like this. Let's see. We could work with an odd system like this. Yeah, this should work. So first up, we want to have everything inside the box. It'll be too slow, but that's okay. Hold your horses, my friends. You are too fast. So here goes one for... This is really odd, and I will replace it as fast as I can. But it is a start that we have to go for. Slag. Ash will also be transported here, so we need a filter for ash. And a filter for slag. Yeah, not complicated at all. Nah. Highly efficient. Very, very modern, very powerful setup. There we go. That's a steam age, man. And we are still not using the complete power of steam yet. We will get to have steam-powered inserters soon. Can build them already, but I don't dare to currently. I'm aware of the fact that it will be more power efficient, but yeah. It needs to be set up, and for the time being I just want to have weird things like these here for now, until we have electronics down. I'll be filtering like this. But the good thing about it is that we can now shift left click and shift right click and shift left click to copy these orders. So all we need to do is now fetch enough coal, and this archaic filtering system will do the job for us for the time being. Yeah, Ash, exactly. At least the Steam inserters can do filtering. I really find that a pretty cool choice from the div, because that means you can do much more with your burner inserters. The burner inserters in this mod package are also really fast. These are not. This is not the regular speed that you have on your usual burner inserter. It's pretty cool because it goes way harder into a phase that the base game usually just skips over. These items exist, but they barely get used in the base game, which is sort of a shame, isn't it? So there's the first machines running out of coal. So how fast do we deplete that? Worryingly fast, as a matter of fact. I mean, sure, it's just 2,000 from 60,000 down, but um, such a long way to there. Well, Deutschland Gaming, I think the most important thing about Factorio is finding a way to play it that you can enjoy it. There's nothing worse about this game than not enjoying it. And due to the full-on sandbox nature of Factorio, I feel like there's basically only one wrong way to play the game, and that is the one that doesn't bring you enjoyment. You know? Jeez. Yeah, I know that I am totally 100% trying to fill these things, and that does cost a lot of coal, but setting up just a permanent iron facility is such a hassle right now. Oof. But I think that should do the trick for the time being. So these guys here do require just that. Alright, at least electronics will end the misery of us having doing stuff like that. I mean, there's technically only one thing wrong about this kind of setup. It's wasting lots of machines, therefore fuel, and it's also way slower than just putting up splitter gates. Splitter gates will change this whole setup tremendously. It's also an interesting factor to see how much output these guys have. Did I calculate wrongly? Do they get... No, there's really only one iron ingot per 3 iron chunks. Jeez. This is so bad. So surface mining is going to be forever the most terrible solution available, I guess. So, speaking about most terrible things, the most terrible things are hand-fed things. Just so you know it. There we go. This puts a little bit more automation into this whole madness here. I mean, every little gesture of these makes me faster at the end of the day. So we're going to change this here also up a little bit. I mean, we can do underground belts by now, so I'm gonna fix it like that. Okay. Jeez. But I can't really set up a mall before I'm able to send this stuff through splitter gates. I could extract the finished iron ingots now out of this box here onto a belt like this. Won't work. But no. We are so almost done with this that I am not willing. I am simply not willing. Oh, the coal hunger of this place is driving me nuts. I mean, I have now 2 inserters constantly shoveling coal into the boxes here, and stop feeling like I'm not getting done anything. Well, almost there, I can only say. So here goes the same method. Due to the fact that these are steam assemblers, they don't output ash accidentally onto the build, so there's also no waste production. The inserters will block, though, eventually, because they are stiff with ash. That's why I want to transfer to steam inserters as soon as I can. Alright, look at that. It's way more automatic than before. Way to go. I mean, I still have to manually feed these machines, which feels very wrong. So let's see. I gotta pick up some copper ingots. Let's drop some recycling material there. Okay. Ugh. So much stuff we actually don't need or want. Alright, these bad boys here are also filled with stone. Eventually we will be using all of this. That's why I'm storing it for now. Usually. I'm absolutely no fan of buffering items like this. But with how things work so far, it's not much stone here. That's all I can say. And we do get a lot of stone out of recycling. Alrighty. So, where were I? Ah, yeah, I wanted to refeed the copper part machine. Good. So we got all that out of the way. Bring in some iron here. And lastly, dump these. Okay. Almost done with electronics. Let's make sure that the green science pack machine is well fed. It can keep going for quite some more time. Right. Yeah, so we can basically sit here now and wait for it. Good. Yeah, Deutschland, I feel very much like you do. Satisfactory for me. Gotta say, the 3D environment stressed me out tremendously. It feels so much harder for me to correctly plan things, as much as I admire how they put it up. The visuals are simply put stunning of Satisfactory. It's really a truly amazing game. It's more of a me problem than I would rather than me blaming the game, if you get my idea. So we're researching steel next. Alright, so let's see. I bet that these things can't be crafted in my pocket or some stupid things like that. Look! What did I say? Ah well, it's just a steamed, it's just steam assembly and such. Nothing that I didn't see coming here. So let's get ourselves some rocks and start blasting. Regarding Tectonica Deutschland Gaming, I wanted to play it when it's done, and once I saw what they've done when it was done, I didn't want to play it anymore. The end of the story. It is really amazing what bad pathways game development sometimes can take. I don't know what or why the devs of Tectonica thought it would be a great idea to limit the world size, but it was the insanely huge dropout for many, or the main dropout reason for a lot of people that I've been seeing reviewing that game. I don't know. Yeah, I'm really weirded out by their decision how they refused to keep the open world setup. I mean, it is also not wise. They gave the players in the early access something they liked more, and then they took it away, and then they refused to repair it. I feel like that's the worst part about it all. I mean, it is really nothing you need to be ashamed of as a game developer when from time to time your idea isn't as well received as you thought. It's normal. I do have this in my line of work again and again. So many of my video ideas are just not working. But I don't blame you guys for not watching the stuff. It's more like me having then to accept that I need to work differently because I'm working for you guys, and not the other way around. And yeah, I don't know, that is an odd thing that I see happening often in the gaming industry. So you think Deutschland they tried to cut their losses on Tectonica? Yeah, that might be very well the case, but it's a very dumb thing to do, because factory games have a very long-living community. These are such longevity games, and every factory game can be easily modified, enhanced, improved, and they're basically endless games, so to speak. It's not a smart choice to say, nah, we're dropping out on that. That means they never had their skin in the game for real. At least on my end. Oh, let's see if we can Steam that whole thing here. By the way, good talk, Deutschland Gaming. Are you content creating too? You said your username does give me the implication as if you'd do. If so, I'll take a look-see into stuff of yours if you don't mind. Yeah, Ash, that's a very good point. I mean, it is not necessarily a horrible thing to be like the other games on the market. No. It's actually really a good thing, like you say, but you also need to be innovative at the same time. One of the worst things that I have in my work is currently... Oh, we need extra Steam. Are currently games that are very similar to what we got already, but at the same time, not getting anything else done, if you get my idea. They're just like a reskinned mod. And that doesn't work either. So, industrial glass can't be crafted by hand either. Of course it can't! But at least we're doing it with Steam now. Oh. Ah, you stopped content creating, I see. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, it is a very demanding job after all. This is one thing that I really gotta admit, with gnashing teeth, so to speak. Content creation is a really, really hard job. And most of us are just experts at making it look easy. Seriously. If you are a couple of years in it, and you want to succeed, you notice that you just have to change a couple of things. Sure. But I also think it's a great thing to have tried it. So, good job, man. You created something. It's good. The soundtrack is from Exotic Industries, as a matter of fact. Yes, Ash. It's great, isn't it? I also like it. I feel like it's really epic. Okay, so we have now set up a rudimentary sand industry, and here you can already see where all the rock is going to now. Let's rock. No, seriously, let's pick up more of that. I think I have enough here, though. So... let's see if we really need that one. I think the soundtrack comes off way better if you also played with biters enabled. Which I don't have enabled. Alrighty. I tell you what, that's going to be a lot of sand necessary for glass. Every piece of glass needs 16 piles of sand. That's a lot. Look at that. I love it when a mod does that. That I feel like I achieved a major triumph for getting my first green circuit boards. This is, I don't know, I really love that. This is a major feel-good for me. Okay, that's one splitter. Woo! Dang. Okay, but in all fairness, we need another steam crusher to just only produce sand for the box. Let's do this. Death World is a great game mode, although I gotta say, for me, the problem is Factorio. I love it as a buildy game. You see, build-heavy game, however you want to put it, and the biter pressure just adds in a layer that I don't enjoy. But I don't see that as a bad thing at all. I love the fact that the game has game modes and variants that are just not for me, but for other people that would be bored if they'd only have a factory game, for example. I really like this approach about this kind of design philosophy behind Factorio, you see. Alrighty, let's get us some extra water. I think though we need to set it up differently. I'll tell you what, to go here. Completely differently and a little bit more tidy. There we go. So that's linked like this. Oh, we need it a little bit further. This. No, even two further. There. No, I'm dumb. It's the water, not the steam. The steam works that complicated. Anyways, today at Fun with Pipes. So, here we go. From time to time, we need to unclog the machines from any ash constipations. Okay. yeah, why not? Thing is, once you started with steam, you can't hardly stop steaming. Alright, perfect. That is one facility that entirely operates on trash. I love these. Okay, but we're not quite done yet. We need to connect these bad boys to the grid. And they also... Whee! Dang, that makes me happy. I can't tell you how much. But I need stop extracting the coal too. But this is seriously a massive step forward, and we're going to take it. The thing is, this is just saving us resources. Just applying the filter so they don't toss the coal out of there anymore. Okay. Nice. Okay. Yeah, we're turning slowly into a full steam factory, but I love this. Feels like an entirely different game mode, you see. Oops. Wrong direction. Okay, so I think I can completely dismantle the lower bottom of this facility here. We don't need that. So that's finally inserters not getting getting crapped down with ash anymore. So we're going to minimize this setup a little bit further. Let's see. There we go. I really think that one of these machines is actually enough. Okay, so this machine wants to make sand for me, but it is not so capable of doing so because it doesn't have blocks. Shame on me. Good. Hey, Disco Geek, hi there. Long time no see, and happy to see. So, I meant to ask also, since I have so many long-timers here, is there, I'd love some gaming wishes you'd like to see streamed. I'm currently always looking for, great, it's one of my favorite sentences. I'm always looking for new things that you guys are excited about. My wife likes to make jokes about me when I do things like that. Okay then. Oh, I can't wait to automate the whole science shenanigans too. I mean, this is not really fun here what we're doing. But at the very least it's automated. And we are getting the dits and dats together for things that we want to do. Nice. Oh, Lens Island, I also played that a little bit. It's pretty nice, actually. I just found it a little bit too limited, is the word that I'd like to use. In so far as I felt like... it doesn't provide the same gaming freedom as other games of this genre provide, but I also found it quite enjoyable and worthwhile just playing. Yeah, definitely. It's just yet another one of these games where I ended up with having to say, yep, just not have enough time for that, and it doesn't have enough audience to market it bigger. So Well, make your own picture about it. Curious to see what you're saying about it in the long run. Okay. So, let's see. I think we can safely put the all the sand that we produce here into the smelter. I think that's okay. We're gonna be needing so much of these items here in question that I feel like it's okay. Right, so we can finally make ourselves electronic circuits, splitters, even if they are really valuable, high quality goods at the very moment right now. So we can stop this now. So we transform here everything properly into ceramics, which I personally right now prefer. I think you shouldn't resist any urges that include anything cute. If you have any urge to play something cute, by all means, you must do it. I usually have a very good time if I have strange urges and just follow them through. That's all I want to say. Okay. I hope we're getting the ash processed in time here. Pacific Drive. I vaguely think I heard the name. What doesn't ring a bell right now? Yo, so steel processing is really going slow. Anyways, we got now capacity to build splitters, and it's time to dismantle these horrible monstrosities. Although I gotta say, it seems to have worked out so far. So step one, I want to remove all these inefficient inserters here. They'll empty the build here, and we're gonna work 100% steam now. I hope that the 2 extra boilers that I've set up are providing enough extra steam to fulfill our needs. We'll see about that. I mean, I sadly can't build steam storage facilities yet, because that would be a nice way to see if we are consuming more than we are producing. An uncomplicated and easily accessible way that is. Alright, so we can easily extend the steam pipeline. We don't need to delay it like that even. We can easily expand it like that. Whoop. Just like that. I don't know why, but I certainly have a certain fascination for these steam-powered factories. I don't know, I find it oddly satisfying to build this. I'll look it up, definitely. Thanks, Dursland. And my favorite types of games, I am usually playing things where you build up things. So I play a lot of Factorio and Rimworld, Dwarf Fortress, all these things where you manage something, where you plan something. I also like roguelikes, classic roguelikes with no meta progression, but also roguelites. I loved Slay the Spire a ton. and all the derivatives out of that, Monster Train, deck builders in general. I love deck builders, card games and such. Yeah, I think that is already a pretty wide field of what I like to play. There's most of the things that I like to do somewhere hidden between these lines. Mostly turn-based, but sometimes I also like my RTS, so... Classic RPGs where you have a whole party to command with a high strategical gameplay and such. I also love these a lot. So guys, you need to stop right now. Your time is over. You have served me well. Good. So I keep the 2 boxes with ingots for now. Civ Idol. Oh yeah, I have that too. I'm waiting for them to finish it. It is weird, but it is somehow satisfying. Yeah, I have that too. Okay. So far, so good. Let's clean up our mining mess, shall we? By the power of the splitters. Okay. That whole facility park here, we could just steamify it, actually. Probably should do. Oh boy, I can't wait for the day where I don't have to do these things manually anymore. Alright, but we're getting there. We're almost there, so to speak. Now then, our further expansions would be by completely overhauling the facility, so we can safely wire it up here. If I will go bigger, I will just rebuild the whole thing. We are going to get our starting setup running like this right now. So that's the slag splitter. And that's the ash splitter. Oops. All right. Both of them had an ingot on them. We still have to collect them now like this, but here we go. All right. Let's lead them together like this. Okay. Now then, the whole slag crushing industry is really far away from me, so I think I will take the slag crushing industry where it needs to go. For that matter, we're just going to let that thing here just further do its thing. And instead, we are just going to set up something here directly. Steel processing has been finished. Great. Elevated pipes. Interesting. I don't know why we should need that, but I'll surely find out and be horrified why. So, burner heater. What do we have here? Produces heat. Low capacity heat pipe. Concentrated solar energy. We working with these, aren't we? Alright, but let's get that steam train first. I need my choo-choos. There we go. Oh, out of builds. Does this guy need a assemble here? There we go. All right. That stone we do put into a crusher, I'd say. Because that compactifies the whole issue even further. How do they make stone out of bricks? I see. Okay then. And then for the time being, we're just putting these into boxes for now. Oh, that doesn't work. Okay. And we'll make it like this. Okay, this'll clean up the mess for now. Now we just need a steam-based smelting process too. So why do you guys no longer have power? Ah, because I ripped out that buddy here and didn't connect the pipes back, I see. For a moment I was worried that we don't have enough capacity right now. There we go. Then we're gonna go for ash separation here. Let's connect it up here. No, that one's better. There we go. A couple of these friendly young fellas and... There we go. Now we just need to do this. Then I'll be doing that for a change. We'll just be emptying the these boxes that we put up there. And now we can start properly doing our thing. And tell you how we're gonna do it. We're gonna be celebrating it by setting up a road building facility. Very simple stuff. Let's do it like that. So we're gonna be needing iron parts. Alright, this is nothing that will be used longer. This is just a intermediate solution until we get a proper mall going. But it is also a very, very nice precursor for a mall system that can help you out tremendously. And now that we got it all steam powered, we have also no more trash in between our production cycle. There's no more ash clumping up the lines here. See ya, poet. I mean, I was mainly streaming today because I didn't have any clue what I could be doing for guides today, because I didn't feel too good this weekend. There we go. It's truly automatic now. Okay. Let's do a itty bitty little thing here and increase the throughput of the system here. There we go. And it seems as if so far almost... Ah, here come the first piles of ash. I was surprised that I didn't see any ash so far. This place does supply quite a nice amount of sand, though. Well, well, well. So where to next? We need the copper as well. I think I will drop the research efforts for a moment. And we need to do the same thing as we did before. Just this time with the other things. Just realized also that we can get rid of that ore by now properly. Oh, dang. Or so I thought. Wow. Well, looks like we have a few iron ingots in advance. That's good. There's nothing wrong about that. So, let's start picking up these machines here. And we're gonna be setting up a proper mining and smelting setup for this here as well, just like we did with the iron before. Alright, get rid of all the pipes that we don't need. And due to the fact that right now, up here, passively, belts are being built, we're starting to get somewhere here. Good. So I got that. Alright. So... let's see, how many of these bad boys do we set up here? I mean, at the end of the day, we only need as much steam as we actually consume copper from, you know. It doesn't matter if we have way more mining machines, because if we don't consume all the stuff, we're not going to use up the steam anyways. Alright, 19 mining machines. We now know that this will be almost almost 7 pieces of ore, which means roughly 7 smelters. I think I am also here a little bit wrong, but that's okay. This is, at the end of the day, a small-scale system that doesn't need to be big at any point. Okay. Our mining industry does come with a lot of byproduct, though. That is one thing I do notice. That might change in the future. But for the time being, I think it'll stay like that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's completely over-exaggerated, but little do I care. Oh, we need more of these bad boys. Alright. If we ignore the fact that we need to fuel them, all's dandy. But the fun part is we have now, very soon, the long-handed inserters too. And then we can finally get things going for reals. One thing at a time, though. Okay. Iron ingots are flowing that way. So here we're going to set up the whole same procedure as we did up there. So here goes slag. Here goes ash. Then we got the assembler into crusher. Oh, we don't want a burner assembler anymore. We are way past that. Yeah, the solid fuel will be also one of the next steps. We already have a location where we have crude oil. And that will be definitely one of the next things we do. Yeah, I'm with you on that. So, steam assembler. Boom. Crusher. Boom. Oh, I'm out of pipe. There we go. I'm very heavily reluctant these days to further expand on these antiquated facilities up there. I will refuel them as much as I need them, but I will not rely on them anymore. More than I need to. I mean, I'm very afraid that we will be very soon needing to increase our steam output. Because when I fully steam power the things that we got here, that will be quite the pressure on the grid, I think. You know what? We got underground belts. So we can work now sassy things like these. I think I'll even take it one step further. Because this is not really bad for us, quite the opposite. There we go. That works. Absolutely, Darshland. That's the classic daisy chain, and it's a very, very good setup for starters. I have done that on this run here too before I have set up this grid here. That was exactly how this factory started. And in all honesty, exactly how pretty much all of my factories start by now. This grid that you mentioned can be also expanded on 3 on 2, and so on and so forth. It is very expandable too. All right. Okay. Whoops. Ah. Wax containers. Okay. Let's see if this will even work out like that. Because currently these guys are just shoveling out the slag. Huh. I think we'll have to tweak that a little bit, no? So first up, this can't be this compact. Because we just need the entirety of this build here like that. Snag that configuration from up there. So I don't have to do it manually. It'll look a little bit like crap now, but I don't care. See? That's what I'm talking about. But that should already do a lot about the compactification issues that this build system here has. Although it really feels like they need a second one of these Slack processing things. But, well, we can cover that later. Honestly, for now, I'm most interested in getting these items here riding along side by side. All right. Let's see. So yeah, the Slack processing is definitely clogging things up here. Muhaha. Getting rid of the crap in my pockets. No! I was afraid that might happen. There we go. Decorative for now. Yes, I dare. Alright. we just make more of these then? Because there's actually no reason to overdo it like that. Jeez, this is getting weirder and weirder the longer I do it. But whatever. Sorry. Yeah, but I think now we're getting behind it. Might have been also just a backlog, but we'll see about that. Alright, so we can now do real business. Hell yeah. Oh, been waiting for that quite some time. So I'd say we're gonna be whipping up our boilers here. You guys are a thing of the past now. Congratulations, we don't need you anymore. Bye-bye, been fun with ya. I still have ore in my pocket. Dang. Thank you, Ash. Well, the whole Steam thing here, Bez, is part of the mod. Of the Exotic Industries thing. So, how many boilers are these right now? So, these are 11. Each one of these boilers does eat half a piece of coal per sec, we calculated. That means we can power 20-ish of these, and then this coal patch won't produce enough coal per sec anymore. That means we can still expand a bit, but in all honesty, our expansion is slowly coming to its ends. Also, I need to do something about the ash extraction, I think. These things that I have here must be connected somehow. But will be no problem as soon as I have my long-handed inserters. Without long-handed inserters, this was not really possible, I'm afraid. But for the long-handed inserters, I still need to set up steel. By the way, which isn't much of an effort if I remember correctly. At least if you want to just have a quick fix of steel. I just need a quick fix. Here we go. So, let's see. I mean, at the end of the day, why do I think that I need long-handed inserters? I'm such a dumbo. Don't need to. Not at all, Mr. Icon. We can fix this. Seriously. So, let's automate the ash processing, shall we? So these containers all go away now. We need a build that goes this way. And I really hope this will just come together the way I imagine it. Oh well. Actually, it doesn't. Okay, but we just need to rewire this whole thing now. Come on, we can do this. So we do need a inserter which has this configuration and goes like this. Okay. So now we need this for every one of these. There we go. Let's see, does this work like that? Okay. And now the simplest way to make this work is by simply letting it run down like this. And just like that, we have achieved automation. Now I need to repair this other weird system too. Now we're finally good to go on this end. Let's not kill or long stretched systems here. And first up, to go like this. Hello?
No.
Family's back home. Alright. And now the last step is that we need to connect it all back to the grid again. Just like that. Alright, what a relief. So now we can just simply expand the whole thing. Yeah. Hello, Nisha.
Okay.
My doggo is growly.
Overwhelmed with happiness.
Yes. Alright. Then these two boys need that. There. And now things are just working exactly as they should. Except for the broken power supply, that is. So probably need to wire this up a little bit differently. But that should now do the trick finally. So, yeah, we're making it like that. Now both areas have water again. There's one steam connector missing. Now the whole thing should be working out fine. Okay, that's that. Good. We can now set up 2 more of these. And then we're finally done with this part of the factory. And I think that will also be pretty much the end of today's stream. But I just want to complete these parts before I forget about them, because, you know, it's just better like that. So, a steam inserter here necessary. Then go make it like this. And go make it like that. And just like that, we got it. Only thing wrong now is that these guys are lacking their configurations and they're accidentally dropping coal on the belt. It's not supposed to be here. There we go. Okay, still expandable. Looks just a little bit weird, but that's okay. I don't mind, because at the end of the day, this is also just the preliminary power production for our base. This will become redundant pretty soon too, so I don't find it too necessary to optimize the hell out of it, you see. I'm frankly said quite happy that I just have a ways and means to dispose all the trash of my power production like this. That is already amazing enough. So we probably now want to wire up the next of these. Go. Casually replacing these with something better here. There we go. Lots of trash processing. There we go. So, everybody, thanks for being around for today. I will end it here, so next time we will hopefully be able to set up the basics of a mall, getting us the steam train research down, getting that next coal patch accessed, stuff. So, thanks for being around, everybody. We're going to continue next time. Feel free to support my work at Ko-fi or whatever's good for you. I love every kind of support, so does my family.